the stage is set for the semi-final. But also, before then, one of our favorites coming into the tournament, France, made their way into the semi-finals. No one is doubting that. But according to you, they are the first-ranked team, the best team in the FIFA rankings right now. Their road to the semi-final, how would you describe it? Would you say they were very professional with it because they did not lose a single match? They were scoring goals and they looked comfortable all through. So what is your honest, analysis about France making their way into the semi-finals?
Well, I think the main strength with the French national team is the team balance. Soccer being a team sport, you must have a balance. Strike a balance in that you have a good goalkeeper, you must have a formidable defense, a midfield that functions, and of course, up front you must have guys who score goals. This was quite evident when Belgium lost their match. When Thibaut Courtois was injured, there was a very big imbalance. That's why I'm talking about balance in soccer. You realize that the goalkeeper conceded a very cheap goal, if you ask me. And I was doing commentary on radio on that day, and the moment I saw Thibaut Courtois down, indicating that he might not be part of the match because of that injury, I spoke to our audience and said, Belgium is going to lose. And true to my word, they lost because of the goalkeeper. So soccer is about having a balanced team. You might have very brilliant players. You might have a galaxy of stars. But if your team is not balanced, then you'll have issues. Now, in reference to France, they have a very strong defense, a very able midfield, and of course, firepower up front. This, for me, has propelled the team and has been the main reason why France has reached where they are. Another thing that has also helped France is consistency.
Exactly.
In the last 4 or 5 years, with Deschamps as their coach, they've been so consistent. Yes, they've lost several matches here and there, but overall, you'll have a feeling that they have done 70 or 80% positive in terms of results. Looking at the Spanish national team, I think it's another team that is well-oiled. Well-oiled in that you have a very good goalkeeper, another very good midfield. The defense is quite solid, and up front they're scoring goals. And what I like about them differently is they score their goals from their wing. It's a team that depends entirely on speed going forward, and then they have their crosses and get their goals. So for me, the match is going to be a very big encounter in terms of midfield. And my guess is whoever will carry that midfield in the first 30 minutes will carry the day, because if you have the midfield in the first half, if you can get a goal, then defend here and there, you can win. So most likely, I'm not giving a direct prediction. I'm just saying that whoever will carry that midfield will proceed to the finals.
Arocho, just before we proceed, between Mbappe and Dembele, we've seen them score 11 of the goals from France. And Mbappe with actually 12 goals, Mbappe with 8, and then Ousmane Dembele with 4 goals. Looking at this type of players and the top scorers heading in to the final 2 games, are we expecting to see both players maybe be a bit selfish, because everyone wants a golden boot, because remember, Messi has 8 goals, Mbappe has 8 goals, behind them Bellingham is coming in, Harry Kane also with 6 goals. So looking at the top scorers battle, by your experience and everything you've seen over the years from every football event you've covered, so do you think that is going to be an issue going into the last 2 matches? Because remember, a lot of pride is on the line, not only the national team pride, but also as a player, you want to win something.
Yeah, that is the individual pride.
Exactly.
Now, if you are keen in my open statement, I never mention players.
Exactly.
I tend to avoid mentioning individual players because, as I said earlier, soccer is a game sport. But to be specific to your question, I think Mbappe has been outstanding.
Exactly.
Outstanding in that he's carried the day for his team, and when he's needed, he's made his impact felt. But I tend to avoid, and more so in such a very special moment in terms of the semi-finals, I tend to avoid mentioning names, because the moment you start mentioning names, you'll start glorifying players, the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, and that's why I think Portugal did not do well. I said it on this show that if Cristiano Ronaldo was going to play past 75 minutes in that quarterfinals, they were going to lose.
And they lost.
And they lost.
Exactly.
What did I mean? Ronaldo is a very good player.
Exactly.
On the ball, off the ball. But currently, this is not the Ronaldo we saw 8 years ago. His speed, his agility, or even self-confidence has really gone low. And the moment you have him on the pitch, yes, he scares an opponent. But once they start seeing him fumbling or even not having contact with the ball because he doesn't have the speed, then they tend to look at him as just any other player.
Exactly.
And that's what happened when they lost. So I once again, I'm going to reiterate this. I'm trying to avoid mentioning names at this particular moment. I just want to talk about the systems and positions. But the moment you start talking about players, you'll start glorifying people who will bring down the team.
Kausar, Arocho has made it a point that you'll not focus on the players. Now you, exactly 2 games to go, probably because all the teams remaining have 2 games. Remember, we have the third place playoffs, you also have the final. Do you think there's a favorite to win the top scorer? Because remember, Mbappe currently tied with Messi. Also, Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane are in the race. Because you never know, someone can bag a hat-trick. Do you think there's a player for you who stands out to walk away with the golden boot?
Yeah, Mbappe. Easy. Because I've watched World Cup for so many years, and I feel like if there's one player who always shows up when it comes to the World Cup, who is consistent in the World Cup, it's Mbappe. He will score you 2-3 goals in a match. And sio game moja, it will be consecutive. If you looked at from Senegal hadi now, amefunga games zote, hakuna moja yenye amelose.
Now, before I delay, there's a debate I saw today morning on social media. Okay. If you take Mbappe out of that France team and take him to the Argentinian team, will he still score the same number of goals? Because there's an argument that Mbappe came at a golden generation for France. Will he have the same impact Messi has on Argentina? Because one thing I'm sure is if you take Messi out of Argentina and take him to France, we'll still have the same impact. Will Mbappe have the same impact on a team such as Argentina? I know it's off topic, but it's just a debate that has been wreaking havoc in social media.
I'll say 50-50 because in the French national team, you have Dembele, you have Doué, you have Rabiot, you have Olise, king of assists. Wenye wanatafutia Mbappe. With the Argentinian team, I haven't seen Enzo done that. I haven't seen McAllister done that. I haven't seen Lautaro Martinez done that. So, like, in Argentina, it's very, very hard because even though Mbappe can score goals, can take the ball, you know, go ahead and ajitafutie your bao, it's different when you have Olise in your team and the likes of Kina Dembele. They will give you, they'll be selfless and give you. But with Argentina, if McAllister was performing, if Enzo was performing, if kina Lautaro angekuwa na perform, Alvarez also, maybe Mbappe angekuwa na chance, but 50-50 I'll say.
Matheka, Arocho has made it clear he does not like to focus on players. Kausar has not made it a secret that he wants Mbappe to win the golden boot. Now you, who do you think is favorite for the golden boot as it stands right now with 2 games to play for both sides?
Nafikiri Arocho ameweka heshima kidogo. Kausari naye kwa upande wake nafikiri Mbappe, kwangu mimi uongo. Naona Messi naona akifunga mabao katika mechi yao na Uingereza, sababu siku zote kuna mechi nyingi tu amecheza na Uingereza, lakini Uingereza wamekuwa tu hawakui wazuri kwa national team ya Argentina. Kwa hivyo Messi ni yule ambaye tulimwacha Qatar akafunga bao 3.
Messi is still yet to play against England. Yeah.
Kwa upande huo naona mimi Argentina national team mechi wamecheza na Uingereza, nimeona tu mechi nyingi tu
Argentina hajacheza na England bado. Wamecheza na England, wamecheza na Egypt, wamecheza na Cape Verde. Ama wamaanisha nini? Ama maanisha
maanisha
the history behind against European sides.
Yes,
yes.
Na maanisha historia ya Mwingereza kucheza na Messi sababu nafikiri wanaenda cheza semifinal. Whereby naona Messi katika ile mechi lazima ataongeza mabao. Ndio namaanisha. Lakini upande wa Bampe katika mechi yao ya Ufaransa na Mspanyola nadhani itakuwa ni mechi ngumu zaidi kuliko hii ya Argentina versus England. Sababu England kuna vile mechi zao wamecheza, lakini kuna vile wanaachilia mabao kwa rahisi.
Exactly.
Defense yao sijui ina shida gani na midfield namba 6 na namba 8. Lakini ukiangalia upande wa Bampe katika mechi yao na Spain, Spain wana kikosi ambacho kuvunjika si rahisi. Na wakonsidi mabao, yani kama vile timu zingine tumeziona zikikubali mabao kuingia kwa rahisi. Kwa hivyo mimi top scorer mimi nampa Messi. Na sioni mtu mwingine atampita Messi. Sababu Messi ni ule mechi ya mwisho wamecheza na Ufaransa kule Qatar. Na tulimuona akifunga magoli 3 katika ile finali kama sijakosea. Na kwa upande mwingine Bampe naye ni ule pia tulimuona katika mechi yao ya finali pia bado alifunga mabao.
Exactly.
Wakaenda draw ya 3-3, wakaenda penalties na ndio kina Messi wakachukua. Lakini sasa kwa sasa hivi pale wamefika wako sawa kimabao. Lakini sasa pale katika semifinali ukiangalia mimi naona mechi ya Mspanyola na Mfaransa ina nguvu ya ajabu sana. Na Bampe kupata nafasi pale kufunga si rahisi kama zile mechi zingine zimepita. Lakini kwa upande wa Uingereza na kina Messi Argentina naona Messi ataongeza mabao.
Chance, has a better chance. No. Arocho, speaking about Spain